Welcome back to MITech TV, and we have with us coming back once again, Kathleen Norton-Schock, and she's going to be talking about what's happening with the Michigan Council of Women in Technology.
Very busy summer. We went back to some live events, including one of our major fundraising events, our golf event, and you got the press release on it, and it raised again a record amount of money that then goes into funding all of our variety of programs from women from 5th grade through the age of 80, right? So, but particularly those from 5th through 8th, 8th through 12th, our college scholarship programs, our summer camps. And I'm going to talk right now about some of the things we have coming up in the fall, which also includes some interesting programs for women in mid and late career. So I'm going to try and do this in kind of a chronological order, right? Because we are on August 30th today. So the first thing coming up immediately is we have gotten back into the swing of our online Connect Nets. We've been doing them for a couple of years. We stopped them a couple of years back for about a year, and everybody was clamoring for them. So now we do them almost monthly. And this coming Thursday, September 2nd, rather, from noon to 1, we're going to be doing a program called Can I Trust and Empower My Team with Data Governance? And we have two of our sponsors have actually data governance in their portfolio. And we have two experts getting on to talk on this interactive session to talk about as we go forward and democratize trusted data and fuel data-driven decision making, therefore making data governance easier. What are the best and most agile processes? So that's one of our lunch and learns. And then again, in chronological order, the next thing that's happening after that is we are going to do a new member welcome, but this is honestly open not only to people who are interested in looking at joining MCWT. We have approximately 700 members now, at least 20% of them, by the way, men. So not just people who have never joined before, but also people who maybe were lapsed members. Maybe they let their membership lapse a couple of years ago. And MCWT, like every vital, exciting organization, has evolved. So we will be talking from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. on Thursday, September 9th, about the MCWT community, how we deliver access to resources, how we can help you enhance your technical and leadership skills and expand your network. And we do this quarterly, these new member welcomes. But as I said, it's not just new members. We also invite current members to come on who may have questions that aren't answered by the many newsletters and emails we send or by the website, and prospective members who have never joined us before and don't really get what this organization, which is over 20 years old now, what we are actually doing in terms of making Michigan the #1 state for girls and women in tech. And by the way, if you are an attendee at the session, you will immediately be enrolled to win a $25 Visa gift card. So we're doing a little bit of an incentive to get additional people to join. Both of those events, of course, can be found on our website at www.mcwt.org. Then, as I said, we've started to move back to in-person events with all the sanitization and mask protections in place. But we are going to have an in-person event, which will be on Thursday, September 16th. We've done speed mentoring. It almost feels like a cafe when we do this, right? There are tables with people who run the table, and each table has a different topic, and people go through and speed mentor with some strong technical leaders. And we've done it now a couple of years running, and we're going to be doing it again on Thursday, September 16th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And this is being graciously hosted by one of our 120 partners / sponsors, in this case, HTC Global Services, and the address is 3270 West Big Beaver Road in Troy, Michigan. Registration for that particular event has already opened. Today is August 30th, and it will stay open until September 10th. And anybody who'd like to come, again, should go to www.mcwt.org and go to our events page. And then we have a Connect Net coming up in October. That certainly sounds like it'll be exciting. That is going to take place on Wednesday, October 20th. And the title of it is Empowering Your Organization from the Ground Up. And honestly, it's going to look at the way instead of top-down leadership, which often happens, right? Or used to happen in old-fashioned organizations. Most often those with the most dynamic IT strategy for digitalization, trustworthy strategy, do it by utilizing all of their resources, which most often includes their business transformational teams. So we're going to have, I'm not sure who the speakers for that will be, but the next time I come and visit with you in September, I'll have the names of the speakers for that. So right now I'm just telling everybody, and you can't register yet, but save the date. That one is going to be a morning session on Wednesday, October 20th from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then, as I mentioned, we had our Southeast Michigan golf outing, which is a 15-year-old event for us. It was very successful in July. And this will be the 3rd year running. We're doing a West Michigan version of that. And we still have just a couple of sponsorships available. Those, again, the Southeast Michigan one, those sell out in a couple of days usually. For West Michigan, since it's a newer event, most of those sponsorships have been sold, but we still have a couple. And that event is coming up on September 20th, which is let me see, I have the August calendar down. It is a Monday, yeah. We always have these on a Monday. So Monday, September 20th at the Stonewater Country Club, and that is at 7177 Kalamazoo Avenue in Caledonia, Michigan. And again, to register either to golf or to bid on auction for an executive to golf with you, or for sponsorships. And these sponsorships there'll be less of them, and therefore they may be more impactful for sponsoring companies. Please go to www.mcwt.org, touch the events page, and you'll be brought into that. And then speaking of events, the biggest event that we have every year, I call it the IT Prom. The 13th of those, this year we're calling it the 2021 Champagne Ball, because I guess everybody wants some bubbly given what we've just gone through over the last 18 months. So that's taking place on Saturday, November 13th from 5:30 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. at MGM Grand in downtown Detroit. For the very first time, our sponsor for this, and they've sponsored some other events for us in the past, but this is the first time they've done this level of sponsorship, is Stryker, which of course we all know as an innovative, technologically astute West Michigan healthcare company. So they've been a sponsor now for MCWT for, I'm going to say 8 years, but this is the first time that they've taken on sponsorship of this. And this for us is always our biggest event. It sells out really fast. And of course, I think in a year where last year we had to do this very event virtually, I suspect that as soon as registration opens for this, it will also get sold out pretty fast, which is partially why we decided to do it at MGM Grand versus a smaller venue. Last year, virtually, we had several hundred people online for the event with the band in the background and people pouring their own wine at their own desks, right? But most years, it's always at least 500 people. This year, I think they're expanding it, so it will be even a greater number of people. I'm going to say 20% more than our normal. So individual ticket registration, if you'd like to go to the IT Prom, the 2021 MCWT Champagne Ball, that will open in early September. So I think probably not this week, but next week. Again, if you go to the events page at www.mcwt.org, you can register. And again, if you'd like to talk about sponsorships, many of those have already been taken, but there are still some available. And that's also a great opportunity to sponsor things and again, support our mission for making Michigan the #1 state for women and girls in tech. And then on an administrative level, but also because this is near and dear to my heart, on our resource room at www.mcwt.org, we currently are sponsoring for our organization. We have a bunch of jobs and internships for our 120 sponsors that go up usually on our pages. But we also are trying to hire ourselves a co-op. So we're seeking a paid part-time collegiate IT co-op. And the co-op student that we're looking for, we're hoping will help. It's to me, this is dear to my heart because it's also part of marketing. They'll be helping us to speed up and make more agile our CRM tools and implementations. So that person will report directly to MCWT's technology lead, but will be definitely supporting and strengthening what we're doing on the marketing side of MCWT. So that's it for me, unless you guys would like have any questions. Again, you've gotten all of our press releases. We finished up our camps not that long ago. We did quite a few of them, as you know. We finished up the Southeast Michigan golf outing, and now we're ready for a very busy fall.
That sounds great. Are you going to be doing the website design contest for high schools again this year?
We will. It's not just high school, it's middle school and high school. And I think that's, I have to talk to Nicola White, who has been handling that for a number of years now for us. I think we usually announce that in the later fall now. Mm-hmm. So you're right. It isn't part of these announcements that I have on my right in front of me here. And I didn't bother to go to the website because I had everything printed out, but I don't think we've announced that yet. But Matt, we would never give that up. That is, you know, that has been for many years now. We've just gotten incrementally. I think last year we had something like 700 girls in wow. teams, right? But if you were to count the individuals who put in their apps and applications to become part of that contest. And it's always a fun event too, because we did do it again with masks and fully sanitized in the fall. We had judges do the final day of judging with, you know, grandparents and parents and the girls themselves in attendance and showing their sites. So thanks for asking. I will find out. So thank you. And in September, hopefully I'm back again in a few weeks with you all. I'll have the answer to that question as well.
One more time, if people want to reach out to the Michigan Council of Women in Technology, how do they do that?
www.mcwt.org.